Yeah, get angry. Flashlight, flashlight. Check, yo. Cause this is when I drag my feet, tracking where the pattern bleeds. I thought that it leads, but it just so happened to leak in the public eye. When confronted, I wondered why, cause I thought it was something special to watch rain from the sky. But it's all the same though, formed in the days old. Storms into rainbows and horns into halos. Cape heroes washed up on the shore with their sworn villains. Sword still in hand, deadpan, looking at the ceiling fan like Andre. It's hard to stay comfortable when the sky falls and there's nothing else for us to look up to. Fuck you. They fell down before the ashes and dust to dust, whatever, just shut the fuck up and eat your eggs on Easter Day, cause these heydays you reap what you sow. Needless to say, I've got a lot of potholes and not a lot of honor rolls, but so what, I'm grown up and still I got a snot nose, cause whether the weather is hot or cold, the pen is my weapon, so lock and load. Haven't been in church in years and still I got a soul to the highest bidder. I fall when the liars quit to raise the stakes, to light the fires, to conspire a witch hunt, cause which of the hunters and which of the prey? What if the hunters are wishing to prey? Sundays is gunplay, with warning shots I run away to catch up with the bullet fight. I knew I wouldn't get tired with the first attempt to fly, even Superman wouldn't try. I had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Doing a hard time in prison to find martyrs are still living. I found it hard to see the difference between having a job and making a living, cause making a living is playing God and making a living is playing cards. To me, I've only seen soft time and Salvador Dali art. 3-card Molly of the guards between religions, Jews, Christians, Muslims keep picking the same card and guessing wrong like weapons of Saddam. Never found, so made up, taught not to look down, cause if you do, the gates will shut and you'll be left out in the cold. And made a spectacle for the rest of the souls, cause going through death is slow. It's what we do in this hellhole. You fucked up and want us to fix it, I'll pin it on religions like you wear Jesus pins on your chest for every Christmas list you wrote. Shipped it to the North Pole was a warning when the tip of the iceberg melted because of this global warming. So let's all take hands on this Titanic of hope and place bets or rain checks to see if this ship will float. So I abandoned man overboard, did Christ a favor, sacrificed myself cause there wasn't enough lifesavers to go around like them circling bandwagons of pioneers trying to scare Indians off the land, flagging them down, making them wave their flags. The wonder years of Fred Savage, till I'm making waves at last, breaking the tide, hands behind my back until I wash up on the shore next to Superman and Flashlight. Yo, Spider-Man, yo, the Dr. Octopus, the Nightcrawler, the Kingpin, Professor X, Magneto, the Joker, Batman and Robin, like this. The heroes and the villains, yo. Now we're looking for the villains. I had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. I had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Hard time believing, even a harder time leaving. Had a hard time believing, even a harder time leaving.
Summer turns to snow.
This is my soul in a postcard, stamp with no address. I just hope it gets to where it's gotta go and beats the cold stress. Cause those who can't take it go west coast on the search for gold. Let's see how far they get before their progress slows. California dream gets old and overrated. To mediocre artists go to settle for less as broke waiters. Traveling packs like chain smokers with the hopes of being famous. Can't make it on their own. I seen the bandwagon pass me by while I was dragging my boycott, pulling my own weight and stride. It was my choice not to ask for a ride, cause one at a time I come come across those who've fallen off and careers died on the side of the road, like no one noticed the thought twice. You're covered in snow and frostbite. All the irony when karma catches up. Taste your own medicine means just see where you end up. Where the fuck are they now as time passed? Miles back in piles, and all I do is smile and laugh. Cause once it hits November, it's just another winter. Don't think I won't remember who should get the middle finger. I've gone this far, and I've counted these days. My soul in a postcard, it found its way through the bullshit and politics, in and out of this, from the bottom up. Finished where I started, survived another winter.
Go blind every time the sun sets, feeling the chill of sudden death. They up and run for the west while we survive these winters of disconnect. Thrive, wither and die with the sun. Surrender to death, then resurrect with fire on our tongues and thicker blood. Stubborn as the earth, waiting for the blizzard to come. It's just a mystery to some. They feel the cold, tell their bones to lay down. Afraid to stay around, they're hopping planes, trains and greyhounds. LA bound, the days are shades of grey now. Stay in and pull the shades down. The rain will flood the gutters and slush will suck in our boots. Winter is the curse we shuffle through, huddled in groups, growing indestructible roots and hold mics like they frozen. I hope the place don't shift and drop your fragile state into the ocean. New England patriots, it's in our nature to resist. That's what the fuck we're known for. Eyes forward till the Cold War was over. Survived another winter, locking myself to the frozen ground. This time syncopating to the sounds of falling snow with this rhyme. The constant sunshine of the west made me lose track. Eyes toward where the sun rises, so I decided to move back, because I'd rather fill my lungs with chimney smoke as opposed to California smog that always seemed to make me choke. Yeah, the silence of falling snow enough to make you deaf. Give me overcast days and snow drifts. I wanna watch my breath float away into the sky. Season change, 2 words that I need to live my life by. Ask why Jack Frost is my friend again, then pretend that in a couple of months I won't be climbing up these walls again. But I'll invite the cabin fever in with open arms. Nothing else to do but sit and write and settle on. Snowed in, writing new raps, watching snow fall out the studio window is how I survived another winter. When the lookalikes insisted that I go west, didn't book a flight, I shook my right fist full of protest. I slipped right into my snow vest, respect the dress code. We see your own breath when it gets cold. Heart rates get slow, every move is purposeful. The crowd stand with their arms crossed. Don't take it personal, it's gray skies, white lies and black ice. When the day dies, the nighttime's my afterlife. I made my sacrifice, not confined to this island drifter. Time shifter, get the troubles off your mind, sister. Don't be sensitive, sit beside a hide that sticker. Sure, hide your figure. Survive a winter wonderland. Understand sometimes we shiver. To stay alive, we don't follow the signs of a quitter. Talking with his mouth full, looking like his eyes were bigger than his stomach. But fuck it, pick a shucking and jiving. It just as damage to the inside like liquor. Inside your liver, slap me with a parental advisory sticker. You want constant sunshine, that's a side splitter. Got no time for punchlines, that's why I'm bitter. Frostbite, sarcasm, sealed, signed and delivered. Don't cry or whimper, fight the tide with a countercurrent. Never getting swept up by the river. Keep it sober till it freezes over. Survive another winter.
We survive winters, snotty nose with no coast. We kept it real. We survive winters, snotty nose with no coast. We kept it real. We survive winters, snotty nose with no coast.